There's a few different ways for IWB. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the most challenging. It depends how far IWB you are. When I carry, I'm usually a little bit further up here, which means I can generally get to my gun with my reaction hand. When we start to get into that true 4 o'clock position, when you're back here, as you can see the gun here, now what happens is the arm can only go so far, which makes this an issue. When you're carrying concealed, the issue is working the garment. You may have to work the garment in two separate ways, which means I may have to reach around here, try to get this up as far as I can, while then rolling the hand all the way back high on the body to allow access to that firearm. Now when I grab it, there's kind of two ways that I'm doing this right now. First way is my trigger finger is right in here on the other side of the holster, but it's on the other side of the sweat guard, so therefore it is safe. And as soon as I go to pull it out, nope, right where it is. It's on the top of the slide where it should be. Now from here, real simple to engage the target, do whatever it is that I need to do. That is just one way in order to facilitate the draw, meaning we're starting over here with the garment, rolling it all the way around the rib cage, coming right back to get a good purchase on that firearm, and then it comes from behind. Some people don't want to take that kind of time, and some people don't need to. You simply could do it another way, in which I'll show you right now. All right, let's look at the other way of doing this. Instead of starting up here and getting the garment and rolling it all the way around the chest, we will try to cut that in half. And what we'll end up doing from this position right here, we'll start over here on the side, come up high, bring the garment in here, slip down and get this. You'll see there's a lot more fabric over in here, kind of starting to cover up the gun, but we can generally still manage it. Again, this is something that you're gonna have to try. This is something you're gonna have to practice. I still have my finger as option 1 on the other side of the sweat guard that we've already seen before. Some people, depending upon where you're carrying it, you're only gonna get the grip right here, which means that when you go to pull it out, this is all you have. As you bring the gun around, you're either going to be able to slip it into the hand, or if it's in this position and it feels a little loosey-goosey and you don't want to drop it into the hand, it's very minimal, but some people don't like this. I can still go right to the top of the slide, pull a high tang grip on the gun. Worst case, if you had to, if you thought your grip was really that bad and you didn't trust the gun, I could roll it inboard to the body and then just use this piece right here of inner thigh, and I'm good. I'm completely clear because my other leg's back. I could also run it into the side of the body right here and then slide the hand up on the gun and bring the gun into a high position. And worst case, if I had to, I could kind of reestablish everything if I needed to with a leg pinch. So kind of two different ways to do it. One is as you're doing the draw, your hand's able to come in here in between the sweat guard and you just pull the gun out with your normal grip on it and you don't have to manage anything. But if this is all you can get, you're either going to be able to just do that. And I say do that and it looks kind of simple, but when you start getting into different style of guns, go with your gut. If it's starting to feel like shit, it probably is shit. So do whatever you need to do in order to get a good firing grip on this gun. This is for those that carry in a little bit more forward position. It's where I generally will carry my gun, and I can access it with my reaction hand, which means that as I come in, I'll grab this garment, get it up, grab the gun, comes out of the holster, and now once it comes out of the holster, then I can do any of the techniques that we talked about. I can come in here, chest roll it, and bring the gun right back up. I can leg pinch it. I can do a wide variety of things. So again, it just depends on where you carry your gun. Now, if you're really worried about it, one of the other things that you could do is take a 340 PD revolver and throw it in your left pocket. And that pretty much solves that issue right there. So there are a lot of options out there. It's a matter of what are you preparing for and thinking through that, right? So we always say every time I do something, how do I beat yesterday's version of me? and how do I train to beat my most likely enemy? And whatever that is to you, then you should be trying to gear yourself to set yourself up for success. That's just a hybrid. That technique's just a thigh roll. Most important thing with that is just making sure that this leg is forward and this leg is back. And the same principle applies as the chest roll. Muzzle's got to clear the flesh just in the event that the gun goes off. I roll it over, bring the gun back up. So as you can see, there are so many different options that are out there in regards to just being able to manage your gun from the draw with your reaction hand.